Hello there, fellow collectors. I am excited today to bring you a review on Iron Man Mark III, the 2.0 from Hot Toys. If you haven't already, please like this video on your way in, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future content coming from me. Please also consider becoming a channel member and joining the Evil Empire, where you get access to exclusive perks, early access to my videos, members-only giveaways, and also members-only shoutouts at the end of my videos and live streams. With that being said, let's take a look at this Iron Man Mark III 2.0. So here it is, directly out of the box, and I gotta say, first impression, I think this is heavier than some of these other Iron Man figures, at least the ones that I own. This thing has some really good weight to it. If you've held the Diecast Iron Man figure before, you know what I'm talking about, but like I said, this one feels heavier. And this paint application on this one, the color, this like satin red finish is beautiful. Gorgeous paint application. Really happy with how this looks just straight out of the box here. And then I also wanted to showcase early on here this diorama base of the damaged Ironmonger. This base is really cool. I think the one thing about it is it's got a really small footprint, so it's hard to do a pose with the figure just directly on the base. Nevertheless, it's really cool. It was hard to snap together. I had to heat it up with the hairdryer in order to get the pieces to connect, but got it to go. And it is a really cool piece. And here's an up close look. I really like what they did with the paint application on the eyes here. It makes the base look like it's lit up, even though it does not have any LED function. And then you have your typical nameplate here showing Iron Man. And then you just get this really nice detail in the Ironmonger. It actually looks like metal parts, even though it's not, but it's got really good texture, really good detailing in the weathering and all of the rock and sand bits. I will say too, it takes up quite a bit of space in the display if you're going to be using it. And then you can see the hole for the flight pole. Not something that I'm going to be using. I don't like how much it sticks out when you have this on the base, so I'm going to avoid using it, but it is there if you want that as an option. Overall, happy with the look of this base. I think it is a really nice piece for the collection. Moving on to the accessories, this is what it looks like out of the box. And you get your typical hands here that you get with other Iron Man figures. So you get the ones with the articulating fingers, and then you get the open hand that does not articulate. And then coming on over here, we have the battle damaged faceplate for the helmet, which is really cool. And then you just get all of these different battle damage armor pieces, these forearm attachments with different weapons. And I think the one thing I really love about this is this damaged chest piece has this cracked arc reactor. I think that is such a nice touch. This looks really cool when you get all these battle damage components put onto the figure. And then we have this Tony Stark head sculpt. I think they did an excellent job with this as well. It's got really good likeness. I wanted to jump just right into this close-up view of this here. Again, I think the likeness is really well done. I think the texturing in the hair looks nice. Overall, I really don't have any complaints about the head sculpt. This is not the way that I'm going to display it. I always have this issue with Iron Man figures of like, these head sculpts are really nice. I really need to do a custom Tony Stark, something that I will probably do in the future, because these head sculpts, a lot of them, at least on the more recent ones, are just really good. And I feel bad leaving them in the box when I could be using them for potentially a custom figure. But nevertheless, like I said, this head sculpt is great. He has this cut here on his head, and you can see these little tiny strands of painted hair. And I think that is just a really nice touch that Hot Toys added here for realism. So here's the figure posed in the clean armor, and this is how I'm going to have it displayed in the collection, at least initially. Again, this base has a small footprint for the figure to stand on, so you have to get dynamic with your pose. It doesn't really look right to me when I had it just standing on the base. You can't really do too much with the figure, but thankfully you can have the figure kind of standing partially on and off because it's got excellent articulation. But again, I just love the look of this figure. It has a really nice presence. The base too looks really well done with it. I'm just really happy with how this look turned out here. And then to get into some close-up views here, as always, you see just these kind of finer details in the armor. He obviously does have some weathering, just like the other Iron Man figures on this clean armor. And again, this paint job, this satin red finish, it's not too shiny. I feel like it's perfect the way that it looks. It is just an awesome colorway. The gold as well, it all just stands out and looks so nice together. And then you get like these little silver bits as well that have a really good amount of detail in them. The helmet looks really cool as well. Again, this all just goes so well together, and it's such an iconic look for Iron Man, with this being the Mark III, and just the moment that this character is presented and this armor is presented in the movie, something that will always stick with me. And then here he is with all of the battle damaged armor and a couple weapons on the forearms. I didn't do a crazy pose for this. I just wanted to get the pieces on and showcase kind of what the different things are that the figure can do here with some of these parts. So again, you got all these flaps. I didn't even open them all up, but you can really get creative, obviously, with these battle damage poses or flight poses, however you want to do it. It's got these really nice attachments for the forearms where you can, just have these different options for accessories. Either way, with the clean armor or the battle damage armor, they both look so good. It's a nice problem to have for this figure, to have to decide which one you want to go with in your display. And then again, here's some close-up details. Here's like this protection shield mode for the forearm. A lot of really intricate detail in the design here. And then you just see just this beautiful battle damage on here. The way that they do this is really cool, really nice looking. And then you get that cracked arc reactor, which, like I said, I think that is just such a nice touch. Really cool addition to the armor. And then you have this battle damage faceplate. This all just comes together really well if the battle damage look is something that you're going for in your collection. And then on this other forearm here, I put this rocket firing mode piece on. Again, really nice details. These are nice because they're magnet swappable, so they're really easy to take on and off. So overall, like I said, I'm going to be going with this clean look for the armor, at least at first, but I am really tempted by that battle damage. It looks so good. But yeah, overall for this figure, I'm really happy that I got this. I kind of waited and was on the fence about whether or not I was going to get the Mark III. And ultimately, I am very happy that I did. This might be my favorite Iron Man figure now in the collection. So I am very happy with it. It is an awesome figure. Let me know down in the comments below. Is this a figure you guys are going to be picking up? Do you have other Iron Man figures that you like more? Give me your thoughts overall on Iron Man and whether or not this is one that is coming home for you. And on your way out, if you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell so you don't miss any future content coming from me. And last but not least, I want to give a shout out to Underground Figures, which is where I got this Iron Man Mark III from. You can check them out by going to undergroundfigures.net. If you make an account on their website, you are eligible for no NRD pre-orders. They have great prices and double box all shipments free of charge. Check out the description of this video below for more details. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review, and until next time, collect carefully.